Okay, so are you ready for the full story? So, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is EES, born and bred in Namibia, 5th generation already. My great ancestors came 1886 somewhere that time to Namibia. I was born in Windhoek City. Yeah, grew up as a boy who was like 50% on the farm, 50% in the city. I always say like I'm a Nam boy for life, you know, because it's growing up having both the farm and the city, you get used to. That is the Nam life, you know. Yeah, then I got into school. School was like something I didn't really like. I didn't like school because you had to learn. I like learning just from life like that, not sitting there with a book and studying. And that's when I started to listen to Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley was like, yo, it was just my type of music, because that guy, he had like a groove, you know. And as you get older, then obviously Elvis Presley is not cool when you go to any house parties and you have like everybody playing their new stuff there and you're listening to old school music. So then it ventured into that I liked Will Smith very much. I watched his show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was like my role model. I really liked the guy. And so then he released the album, and that's when I got into hip-hop for the first time. Yeah, then 1997, Eminem came out with his first album. So I was always listening to hip-hop, but I never felt like I could be in the position to ever do hip-hop, because it was more like predominantly black music. So then when Eminem came out, he gave me sort of some motivation to like, hey, don't care what people say and blah blah blah, just do it. So then I studied all his lyrics and what, and that's how it came about that I actually, yeah, started writing my own lyrics. So then a friend of mine, Shia Poloto, in school, we always talked on the schoolyard, what. He saw that I was writing lyrics. So then he came to me, he's like, you know, EES. No, that time my name wasn't EES. That time my name was still Eric. Or some people used to call me Eric. And then he came up to me and said, you know, I see you writing lyrics. Let's record a song together, because he was also writing. I'm like, Lotto, but leave me alone, man. I'm just writing. I'm not going to do the music. I'm just writing. Then he was forcing. Then one day I said, okay, just come to my house and let's just do it, because otherwise this guy will never stop forcing me. So he came to my house. I knew how to record a song like on the tape deck there. And yeah, then I pressed record, and we two were standing there in my room, and it felt like magic. That was like a true, I can't explain in words, but it was like a true magical feeling of us two standing there recording something, and we're like, and that moment I knew I want to do music. Because before that it was grade 12 actually, like my last year of school. My parents were like, what are you gonna do, what you want to do in life? That moment I knew I want to do music. So yeah, then I just came about and I said, okay, I'm going to study sound engineering. So yeah, and here we are today, sitting in my bus. The rest will follow soon. Let's turn it up. Yeah. Let me go fresh. I said turn it up. Yeah. Pick up. So my parents were always very musical people. Not that they played instruments, but there was always music playing at home. And I think that was, for me, one of the main things that I listened to a lot of music styles. Then when I told them I want to do music, then they said, okay, it's fine, but rather learn sound engineering so you can also, you know, because musicians, either you make money, you make nothing, 99%, or that 1% they make a lot. So yeah, but they always supported my vision and my dream of just doing what I love. Once they saw that that really is my passion, I just had full support. My parents were the ones that always came to me to the awards shows. Like if I win something or not, they were always there, part of it. My music video shoots, because it takes a lot of, because I shoot my own music videos, I cut them, I direct them, I do everything, so it's a lot of work. And they always came in to help me, support me, make food for the people at the music videos. So I always had, yeah, full support there. Even for them, like I still remember my father coming into me and my brother's room, and that room was just full of posters. Wu-Tang Clan, DMX, LL Cool J. Yes, gangsters, just gangsters all over. And then he always came in and he's like, okay, what's that guy's name? I'm like, that's RZA. Okay, and that guy, that's Method Man. That's Jizza, that's Inspector Deck. You know, I was going through all the names. And then every time he comes in, he remembered those names. And then we challenged him, and he knew the whole Wu-Tang Clan every name, every face he could recognize. So that was something really cool. So the name EES comes from an abbreviation of Easy Eric Zell. Eric Zell is my name, my government name. So, and then Easy just in front. So that's just an abbreviation. Even sometimes people are confused what my style is, but for me that's just 100% myself. Coming up in the music industry in the beginning was a bit, it was split in two. So I started doing German Namibian slang, because there are two ways to speak German: the German way and the way we German Namibians talk it here. So we mix it with a lot of Afrikaans, English, Tamara, Herero, Bushman. We mix a lot of languages together. So I did that type of music. My first song that was released was called Wo ist die Coolbox, which was really massive. And then I slowly ventured into, because that was now hip hop. And then for me too, I always listened to Kwaito. Even in school, I was always on the schoolyard. I had my black friends, my colored white friends here, always mixing with all of them. And then I always got Kwaito CDs, because I didn't know what they were saying, but I just loved the beats. But I wasn't ready yet to do Kwaito music. It was another obstacle where I'm like, shoo, there's no Eminem in Kwaito. So, and then I moved to Germany and I said, you know what, I'm far away now. I'm just gonna do what I like, because hip hop was a bit too negative for me, for my character and everything. So then I just said, okay, I'm gonna do Kwaito now. And then it started. So yeah, in the beginning it was a bit difficult, because I think people thought that I was a type of actor. They didn't believe that this was actually me just doing what I love. They thought, I heard later that people came up to me, oh, but I thought you were an actor trying to fool us all, you know. But yeah, that obviously wasn't the case, because if you're trying to fool people, then that's a very difficult life. That's why I try to be as real as possible in my videos, because if I try to portray an image, it just breaks you down. So yeah.
Cruising through the late light, cruising through the day. No need to be connected, cause we on the road again.
So after like me releasing a lot of albums, I think I've got like 13 albums out now, I realized how the industry is changing, and that music is no more the selling factor. But I want to keep doing music, but to survive in the music industry, you have to create products that cannot be downloaded, because the internet is a place where things can really quickly be shared, and the whole streaming which is coming now really quick. So that's when I came up with products like the Nam Flavor shoes. You know, I released the Nam Flavor shoes in 2012, I think was this, just to add on to my brand, but at the same time also make people proud to be Namibian. Because what I saw when I was outside of Namibia is that people are more like, we in Namibia, we are worth nothing, we are a small country, we don't have anything special. But me going outside, seeing how much special we really are, I try to push that even more and more with my brand. This service station is one of my favorite service stations, because they really give local products a lot of exposure. You can see the Boomer here. It's big, and the Boomer is in between all the international brands. This is the only local energy drink. Yeah, let's take a few. If I start showing you products now, this video is going to be half an hour. But I've also released recently a Brice Spice, which is Nam Flavor Brice Spice. Something what I always try to do in my products is to make them as good as possible. So I always go into and find out as much knowledge about a certain product. Now about the Brice Spices, that I do not put MSGs in there, monosodium glutamate. I put no preservatives in there, no colorants, which obviously make the price a bit more expensive, but the quality is very high. So one thing I found out also, that when many artists do products, they sometimes try to make them as cheap as possible to make the most profit. But the problem with that is you're fooling your customers. They buy it once, they support you once, because without the support you can't do anything. So they support you once, and then the t-shirt fades, or it rips, or the product doesn't taste nice. So yeah, that's a thing where I always check on that it's good quality. Even my shoes, these are my new Fellies, which are handmade in Namibia actually, with Namibian products, and these are now being exported to country. I'm selling a lot in Germany, Austria, Switzerland. I've just sold to Denmark now, to England, to the United States as well. So that's a way of not Namibia being an import country, but also let's try exporting our stuff, because we have so great products, we have such a great culture that we shouldn't be afraid of being proud to be Namibian and showing what we have. I think that perception of we must get more in our heads.
Original is only way I know. Original maker, original name flow. Original is only way I go. Original fire, original logo.
To all the upcomers that look up to myself and up to us artists, I can just give you the advice of the most important is, because some people do it for, they think, okay, I'm gonna get a lot of fame, I'm gonna get a lot of ladies, I'm gonna get money, I'm gonna, and all those things, they will not make you happy. So if you see music videos of artists where they stand there in front of their $500,000 cars and half-naked ladies and with champagne and swiping their money, it feels to me, it hurts a little bit, because it feels like they are fooling us. They are using the platform and they're fooling us artists, because they make you believe that is the thing you need to strive for to become happy. No, I've been in the industry for 15 years and I can tell you for 100% sure those things will not make you happy at all. Well, if you are a poor person, you might think that is the way to go, but I can only tell you, please try to focus more on things like being true to yourself. Don't do unto others what you don't want them to do unto you. Focus on being fulfilled. One tip I can give you is just, if you do one good thing per day, you walk in the streets and you see there's litter, you pick it up and you take it to the next dustbin, you put it in there. I promise you that will make you so happy within, like true happiness, not fake happiness. If you help somebody that day and you can't pay his food, and you just give him 10 bucks and say, here, it's 10 you're giving, but the universe will just give you so much back. Yeah, it sounds corny, but it's so true. And for those who want to come into the industry and make music and become artists, please guys, don't focus on music awards, just focus on your art. And not every type of music will sell a lot or will make you famous, but that type of music that fulfills you, do that type of music. Don't jump onto anything which you think will sell or will be commercially compatible or will go somewhere. Just focus on what makes you happy inside.